Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog soccer. And with us, head coach Andy McCaslin. Coach, first of all, welcome back to the show.
Appreciate you having me.
Busy stretch here. You had 3 contests last week, 3 coming up this week. I'm sure if you're a student athlete and a player, the types of games you get excited for.
Yeah, you know, we've had a good stretch of games here, good competition in both weeks worth of games, and a lot of players getting a lot of time.
Last week, 3 non-conference contests. You took on Concordia down on the road and then came back home to take on Tiffin and Ashland, 2 GLIAC teams. Just talk about those games and how they went.
Yeah, the Concordia game last Tuesday was a little frustrating. We had the ball the entire time, except for that one little moment where they turned us and ended up scoring a goal. So soccer's a funny game that way. You know, you can have it. You can, you know, we actually had a goal disallowed that it's a little frustrating that we didn't end up with. But you know, those things happen, and we got to figure out and not let it come down to just one play in a game. But it was good for us just to have a different type of week. It was a midweek game. Then we got to come back and figure out a little bit about from our GLIAC opponents in Tiffin and Ashland. So. On Friday, it was a good match. It was a good Tiffin team that we were excited about and excited to play. And Sunday was it was great to have a good crowd out and some local youth soccer players, and it was a good day too.
As we go to some of the highlights from Friday's game against Tiffin, all 3 contests this past week, you had a big advantage in total shots.
We did, and so that's the exciting news, is that we're doing things the right way, and we're producing scoring chances. We just have to be a little more efficient in front of the goal and take advantage of it.
This one was pretty even back and forth in the first half. Nobody able to find the net in the first half. It'll be the 62nd minute, I think, before you finally get that go-ahead goal.
Yeah, and you know, that was one of the things we talked about at halftime was, you know, we felt very comfortable on the ball. We've been really working on the ball speed and playing 1 and 2 touch, and getting a lot of good movement off the ball. And you know, it's hard to score in the game, so we're trying to figure out ways that we can get in and add players in to get forward and score goals. And we finally found the back of the net later in the second half.
Obviously, we've talked earlier in the year about your young kids seem to be really improving as you go along.
They are, and that's exciting, you know, because we've got a lot of them, and they're all coming along pretty nicely. So you know, a good core group are starting a good number of games, and we're relying on them. So it's nice.
Here as we get ready to go to the second half shortly, again generating some opportunities here, and finally we'll see Carly Dubert get the first goal for you.
Yeah, and a great goal, and I think she deserved that one for sure. And a good service from Bree to start it, and ball back across from Brandy, and a finish from Carr.
Tiffin comes right back to get the equalizer, but then here in the 82nd minute, you'll get the game winner from Abigail Gilmore.
Yeah, and you know, Ken's did a good job of getting that ball across, and Abigail was nice and tidy in the finish. But we need to be able to clear up those moments where we give up that goal, and if we can do that, we're going to be in a lot more games and keep a lot more shutouts.
Good win to start the weekend. You come back on Sunday, taking on another very good conference opponent in Ashland in a non-conference contest. Just talk about Sunday's outing.
Yeah, Ashland is a very good team. They're really comfortable in possession. They like to keep the ball and like to play. You know, and they're talented. They've got a couple kids who are very good. And, you know, we're very aware of who they are, and you know, when we talk about them in the pregame scouts, we give good information on who we need to watch, and one of those kids made us pay.
Obviously, here you had some chances in this contest. Kind of an even game, with the exception of the 24-10 advantage you had in total shots.
Yeah, again, it's one of those that we've just got to find some belief in the ability to score goals. You know, this is the goal that we give up here, and unfortunate a little bit from Sadie to get turned there, but you know, 45 yards from goal, we have to do a better job team-wise to sort that out, and you know, make it a little more difficult going into goal.
That goal scored in the opening half, and from there, scoreless. Pretty much a defensive contest from there forward.
Yeah, you know, we had some really good moments that I don't know that we'll see here, but we were able to get in. We were able to find some really good chances at goal, and it was a little bit unfortunate that we didn't get the equalizer on the day, and maybe even the winner.
Obviously, a busy week coming up here as you take on Madonna this week and then start conference play this weekend at home against Northwood and Saginaw. Just talk about the challenge of playing these 3 contests this upcoming week.
Yeah, so again, another midweek game for us, another chance to get some kids some time, which will be good at Madonna on Wednesday. And then coming up on the weekend is what really gets us going, and it's the league. So you can't win the league on the first day, but you can put yourself up in a pretty good spot that first weekend and first day. So Northwood and Saginaw coming to town, and we're really excited about the opportunity to take the right step and score some goals and get after it this weekend.
How nice has it been to have some games here at home in the first part of the season?
Yeah, it's awesome because we're comfortable here. We're in our routine. All those things that are nice. The kids can sleep in their own bed. They can get to class when they need to, and so all those things are great about playing at home. And we've had tremendous crowd support, which has been awesome too. So yeah, that's really exciting in this first month to get some home games and start the league at home.
How do you take all the things you've learned here from the non-conference portion of the schedule, now apply them as you start conference play when it really means something in terms of the standings?
Yeah, that's exactly it. You have to apply those things. You know, we've played a really hard schedule in the beginning of the season, so for us to apply those things and take what we've learned in those situations that we've had to now get into the league schedule and the league season where everybody's fighting for, you know, a playoff bid first, and then home field advantage, and then winning the championship. Those are kind of the steps of the league season. So it's one of those that, you know, it's exciting that we can start that at home and prepare and have that early season group of games to get us going.
Northwood and Saginaw, the 2 opponents this weekend at home as you start conference play. Traditionally, what do you know about those two programs?
Again, both are hard-nosed, gritty teams. They've been having some success this year, so we're going to have our hands full.
Certainly, you've had some great home crowds. You hope those home crowds continue this week as you get conference play started.
Yeah, for sure. You know, this is the most exciting time of the year for us when everything is winding up and getting excited. Football obviously had a great weekend this last weekend and a great crowd there on Saturday night. So we're excited about the future of this conference season for us.
Talk about where your young kids are at in terms of their development here through the first few weeks of the season.
Yeah, you know, we ask them to do some things maybe differently than their club coaches have asked them to do, or their high school coaches, and there's definitely a learning curve. You know, there's that first little bit where they get to play and they're excited about being a college soccer player, and so now it's hard. Classes have started. They're into their routine. They're starting to struggle with homework and balancing their time and figuring out that it's not quite as easy as they may have thought that it was. So for them to learn on the fly, it's really important, and they're doing a really good job. They're handling the pressure well, and knowing that Coach and I are demanding of them, but still we care about them and that we're there for them. It's really important to them.
Well, Coach, best of luck to the Bulldogs this weekend at home Friday at 4 and Sunday at noon.
Appreciate it, Rob. Thank you.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.